In a quiet countryside filled with old myths and mystery, there was one story people almost never spoke about, especially on the darkest nights. It was the legend of the midnight train, the train that never stopped. The small village of Wickersfield, tucked between gentle hills, was calm and peaceful by day, but at night, it whispered with strange, unexplainable tales. People there called it simply the passing train. No one had ever seen it arrive or leave. They only heard it, deep in the middle of the night. On cold, freezing nights, when each breath turned into a white cloud, the train would cry out with a long, haunting whistle. The sound drifted through the mist like a ghost. It felt as if the past itself was moving through the air, filling anyone who listened with nervous chills. Elena was new to the village. She had just moved into her grandmother's old stone cottage on the edge of town. Curious about the strange story, she wanted to find out the truth about this midnight train. Every night, she sat by the big upstairs window, staring at the railway tracks covered in frost. "There's nothing to see, only to hear," her neighbor, old Mr. Renshaw, had told her. He spoke of the train as though it were an old friend, albeit one it was wise not to meet. Elena didn't listen to the warnings. Wrapped in a thick woolen shawl, she kept watch, determined to see what no one else had ever seen. Finally, on the darkest winter night, when the moon was pale and almost hidden behind heavy clouds, she got her chance. At exactly midnight, the ground began to tremble with a low rumble, the sound of a train coming. It grew louder and louder, but there were no lights, no smoke, no sign of a rail train. A shiver ran through her as the sound became deafening, wheels clattering, metal roaring. Yet the track stayed empty under the moonlight. Only trees and silver frost stretched before her eyes. Suddenly, the air turned bitterly cold, biting her skin like fire. She leaned forward, squinting into the darkness. And then, for just a second, she saw them. Passengers sitting inside invisible carriages. Their faces were pale and hollow, staring back at her with empty, timeless eyes. A single drop of cold sweat rolled down her face as the noise faded. Silence returned, so deep it felt louder than sound. By morning, Wickersfield was peaceful again, the villagers going about their day as if nothing had happened. But Elena knew better. Her heart still thudded heavily. The midnight train was real. A ghostly engine forever traveling along forgotten tracks. She never heard it again. Yet she finally understood Mr. Renshaw's words. Now when she looked at the rails, she felt a quiet longing, as if waiting for an old friend she knew would never truly arrive.